After years of dev, I'm finally admitting it. AI is giving me brain rot. This post hit 400 upvotes. A decade-long developer saying, the more I prompt a solution, the less I actually own the result. The pride is gone. One commenter nailed it with 118 upvotes. The speed was never the bottleneck. The understanding was. This isn't about being anti-AI. It's about what we are losing when we let it do too much. Another developer called it perfectly. You become a tourist in your own code base. When AI writes your code, you don't own it. You don't feel proud of it. And here's the real problem. When something breaks, you have no idea why. One commenter described putting AI-generated code in quarantine, isolated modules they're afraid to integrate because they can't debug it themselves. This creates a dangerous pattern. The more you rely on AI, the less you practice actual problem solving. The less you practice, the more you need AI. It's a dependency loop. One commenter called it operational debt. Someone builds a system with AI, ships it, and moves on. 6 months later, they leave the company. Now you have a code base nobody understands. The person who wrote it didn't fully understand it either. They just knew how to prompt for it. And there's a deeper problem. You're building on a black box that could change its pricing, or its logic, overnight. One developer shared a story about 3.js. The AI hallucinated a solution that worked. But when they needed to modify it months later, they realized they'd never actually learn how it worked. They owned code they couldn't maintain. Here's the technical insight that explains everything. One developer put it perfectly. Everything an LLM generates is a hallucination. It's just that the hallucinations match our expectations when interpolating common patterns, and go off course once it starts extrapolating. Translation: AI is great at combining things it's seen before. The moment your problem is even slightly novel, it starts making things up. And if you don't have the skills to catch it, you won't. Another pattern developers notice: AI loves to over-engineer. Give it a simple task and it'll reach for enterprise patterns, abstract factory builders, dependency injection frameworks, for what's basically a glorified to-do app. But here's where it gets systemic. Junior developers are stuck in an impossible position. One junior wrote, "It's lose-lose for me. Don't use AI for solving problems. Be behind by metrics. Use AI, don't learn nearly as much and have zero confidence in the generated code." Other juniors close 2 tickets a week with AI. Without it, this person closes 1 or less. The pressure is crushing. And managers are catching on. One said they're ready to ban AI for the junior I manage entirely. Why? They get the job done, but they get nothing out of it. More or less ensuring they'll never grow beyond junior. Not everyone agrees this is a crisis. Some experienced developers say they can code faster and cleaner without AI prompting. One joked they'd rather use a literal rubber duck. And there are solutions. One developer asks AI to use boring code principles. Plain, no clever tricks, easy to read and understand. They've been doing it for 6 months with good results. There's also an economics question nobody's answering. These AI ARPAs cost money. A lot of money. Some are predicting on-premise AI clusters will make a comeback, companies wanting control over their own tooling. There's a growing debate about whether the productivity gains are even real once you factor in the cost of fixing AI-generated bugs. The original poster shared their solution. They call it the junior intern rule. I let Claude or Gemini handle the grunt work, the boilerplate and the repetitive math. But I refuse to let them touch the core logic. I let the AI write the messy first draft, and then I go in and manually refactor every single line to make it mine. It's significantly slower. My velocity looks terrible. But it's the only way I've found to keep that sense of craftsmanship alive. Here's my take as someone who's led product and engineering teams. AI is a tool. Like any tool, it can make you better or make you dependent. The difference is how you use it. The real risk isn't for senior developers. They have the foundation to evaluate AI output. The risk is for juniors who skip the struggle. The struggle is where you learn. Debugging for hours teaches you how systems work. Fighting with rejects teaches you pattern matching. Wrestling with architecture teaches you trade-offs. If AI solves every problem before you've struggled with it, you never build that intuition. So what do? 1. Understand before you ship. If you can't explain the code to someone else, you don't own it. 2. Use AI for acceleration, not replacement. Let it handle boilerplate while you focus on the hard parts. 3. Keep practicing the fundamentals. Code without AI sometimes. Debug manually. Feel the pain. It's how you learn. 4. Review AI output like you'd review a junior developer's PR, assume it's probably wrong until proven otherwise. AI isn't going away, but your skills shouldn't either. Don't be a tourist in your own codebase. If you found this useful, I go deep on topics like this every week. More coming soon.